Alrighty, guys. So it is 3:30. It is Monday, July 7th. Yeah, we got some weakness. We started leaning into this in the afternoon here, but not free for all by any means, but it definitely knocked it down quite a bit. So we are at this point definitely back off the highs. We are back here, reverse retesting that support there. They did take it out though, and they probed pretty hard to the downside, but so far they're kind of right back up here building value. So we'll see where they end up closing. But at this point, if they close below that 62.60s, we're starting on the short side. And if they close at or above it, we're going to start off a range bound. So that's kind of where we are at right now. But a little bit of weakness going into the afternoon, and not any by no means any panic, flat out panic selling or anything like that. But they leaned into it, and it's like a light volume day, so not a lot of volume. So it doesn't need to be a lot for them to knock it down like this, and that kind of clears the whole field. So watch the support area right now, the 62.60s. If that holds, we're starting range bound. If date comes out, we're starting from the short side to get going into the overnight. All right. So that's the ES. No trades on the ES for me today. Actually, I haven't taken any trades at all today. Just been kind of watching it, the sloppy action. And this is so obvious because everything is going sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Nothing's going on, and then suddenly you have this big move, then nothing, and then a big move, and then another big move. It's just it happens quickly, and if you're on the wrong side of it, you'll just get crushed. Especially when it runs down like this. It doesn't matter how much you try to repair this one here. You would be basically in 60 down to like a 15-point move. You have to fade 15 points of heat, and then you'd be lucky if it reverses. And if it doesn't reverse, you'll be in a really big trade. But if you get stopped out and you see it retraced right away, it's just frustrating. So yes, that to be very nimble. Trade with a tight stop and know when you're wrong and let the market take you out if you're wrong. So that's kind of get started on the overnight for the ES. Looking at the NASDAQ and the bonds. The bond market is drifting lower, has been drifting lower all day, but it's just down in the 113. So not by any means a big move, like a point to the downside. So slow drift to the downside on the bonds. They're pretty much back in that lower range again. So not going to worry about the bond market in any big way. So if you look at the capital flow, we are pretty much in that range. I would probably be looking for a move down here to test these lows at 11.12, at the 11.16 to the 112s, this support area, see if they can hold. Because they've been up here trying to take it higher. Now it looks like they're heading back to trying to test the lower edges and see if they can take it lower. So we'll see. But at this point, starting off on the short chart on the bond, let's see if they can run it down to that 11 level. Looking to sell strength, if they start trading above that 1328, would be back range bound. But at this point, starting off from the short side, going into the overnight. So I had to adjust some of these levels going into tomorrow. And on the NASDAQ, same story there. Not as crazy though. NASDAQ is holding on a little bit better. So they did not a whole lot moves, not a big move to the downside. This was more volatility, and then you had an attempt to take it lower, and they're pretty much right back up again. So I'm thinking that they may try to actually take this higher going into the close. So that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see if that turns into be something or not. But definitely watching that big ledge here at the 840s. If that comes out, is close below it. I would give it name maybe to 820s, so this general area. If it close below that, we'll start from the short side. Otherwise, we'll start range bound going into the overnight. So anyone's guess how it's going to close, but I'm thinking that we may see a little bit of strength into the close given this move. I doubt we're going to see selling, but we'll see if they can hold this line or not. And then finally, oil and gold. Finally, oil and gold. Gold is right back up to, oops, there it is. Okay, so gold is right back up here to the attractor and then some. Nice move to the upside, and all right, so right back here to the attractor on gold. So I would start off with a slight bias to the upside, taking a retest this high at the 53s, maybe take it out. And if they cannot, probably go rotate right back to the 40s and stay range bound. So starting off with a slight bias to the upside on gold to see if they can take this any lower, or sorry, any higher before they end, before they close. And then oil, grinding higher up to 68, 69. So a little moves to the upside. Not quite sure what's driving this, but it's definitely something is moving oil higher. So I kind of not quite sure what's going on with that, but we'll see if I can find some analysis somewhere. If you have anything, let me know. But at this point, we are just staying on the long side on oil, given that they have taken out that 67.50s and trading higher. So for oil, we are pretty much taken out. You see that area we talked about? So this area has been taken out now. We're looking at retracing this to the upside. So they can go back up here quite a bit. So we'll see how strong this is. But definitely have taken out resistance, and I would start off on the long side and see if we can keep it going. Now, if they trade down below and close below 67.50s, we are back range bound, but we'll see where they end up closing. Alrighty, guys, back to the ES. No trade for me today. It's been too sloppy of a day, and it's just difficult to get anything going here. I was thinking short try for a bit here, but as you can see, big move, then nothing, and then one big move to the downside here again. So I thought this one was good. I almost sort of hopping on the long side on, sorry, the short side on this one, but you can see here they just ran a big run down to that, and then complete reversals. That light volume days makes it really tricky. So we will see where they end up. Alrighty, guys, we'll leave it there. I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. You guys have a good evening. All right, later.